show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
And I'm better now. I'm experienced now, professional. I've done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. Fast. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom. Hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
I am the greatest.
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box. And please hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. Unless you've been living under somebody else's house, under a big ass rock, you know that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury was announced by PBC, Al Heyman, ESPN, and other outlets. It's going down December 1st, 2018. And this is a mega fight. This is a mega fight between two stars in the sport of boxing, and nothing brings out a crowd like a major heavyweight fight. Now, the thing that I found very intriguing about the announcement is that the announcement was made the day before the Anthony Joshua Alexander Povetkin fight. Found it very intriguing in terms of the timing. I thought it was very strategic in terms of the timing. And I thought it was very genius in terms of the timing. I'll tell you why. I'm pretty sure that Al Heyman, Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder and his team has had a lot of difficulties dealing with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn's doing what he's supposed to be doing as the promoter of the A-side cash cow with the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua. So I think Deontay Wilder, Al Heyman, Shelly Finkel, and Deontay Wilder's team say, you know what? What's a good way to actually stick it to Eddie Hearn, possibly diminish what Anthony Joshua was doing, but at the same time continue to build up hype for a possible Anthony Joshua unification fight? Let's announce our big fight the day before Anthony Joshua and Alexander Povetkin decides to go into the ring. It was a genius move. Genius marketing move. Number one, I think it did diminish the Anthony Joshua Alexander Povetkin fight even more than what it already was. Now, you can look at it from a numbers standpoint. You could be like, well, Jeff, what are you talking about? They sold 80,000. They had 80,000 people in the stadium. How was that, not doing numbers or not getting the attention it deserves? You got to think about it this way. I made a video probably about 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago, basically stating that Anthony Joshua and Alexander Povetkin was not being talked about in the States. And then I had some of my G5 Jeff TV family that's out there in the UK tell me that the AJ Alexander Povetkin fight wasn't getting the usual type of buzz either. Like, everybody wants to see Deontay Wilder. Everybody wants to see Wilder. So you can't say that, oh, well, they're packing 80,000 people. They're not packing 80,000 people in the U.S., so you can't compare it. No, this is why I can compare it. Number one, is two different demographics. The UK demographic and the US demographic is completely different when it comes down to boxing. And I've explained this before, but I'm going to explain it again. For all of my UK people, the people in the US understand it because we wish that we had UK fans that showed that type of support for their fighters. We admire the UK fan in terms of how much they support and how much money they'll put out to support their favorite fighters from early in their career to the end of their career. So we admire the UK fan in a sense. But this is why you can't say, oh, it's 80,000. It's more than what Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's going to do. This is why. The UK is known for packing stadiums. Boxing is a top 2 sport in the UK. Is boxing and football. In the United States, boxing is like 8th in terms of popularity when it comes down to sports. You have football. You have basketball. You have baseball. You have tennis. You have soccer. You have hockey. You have MMA. That's 7 right there. That's more popular in the States than boxing. Like, boxing is like 8th or 9th in popularity when it comes down to sports. So in the US, we're not going to pack the house as much as a UK fight because of the demographic. And with the AJ Alexander Povetkin fight, it's huge news that it didn't sell out. Yes, 80,000 is a boatload of fucking people. We get it. But UK has built such a rapport in terms of how they support their fighters. AJ packing 80,000 or packing the place to a sellout is a norm. Like, that's a normal. But that's a credit to the UK fan. But see, the reason why it's big news that Anthony Joshua didn't sell out is because that's proof that the popularity is taking a hit. The fact that he's not facing Deontay Wilder is taking a hit. If Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn would have came out and said, okay, we signed the contract after this fight, we fight Deontay Wilder, you think the Alexander Povetkin fight wasn't going to be a sellout? Please. Come on. You know what I'm saying? But because people wanted Deontay Wilder next and they didn't get it, Anthony Joshua lost a little bit of interest. Then on top of that, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury being mentioned the day before the Anthony Joshua fight, it took away more attention from Anthony Joshua. Then on top of that, that fight being announced puts more pressure on Anthony Joshua to face those questions of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury after the fight. So them announcing it the day before Anthony Joshua's fight accomplished a lot of things. But at the end of the day, it created more pressure for Eddie Hearn. It created more pressure for Anthony Joshua. And even though Anthony Joshua got the victory over Alexander Povetkin, that fight didn't have the same luster as a regular Anthony Joshua fight. It just didn't. That has nothing to do with numbers. Feel doesn't have anything to do with numbers. You could be in a fight in a small venue and there's only 5,000 people in there, but it might be electric in there. I'll give you a prime example. Victor Ortiz, when he fought Andre Berto back in the day, they was in a small venue, I think in Connecticut. But 50 Cent was in the building, Floyd Money Mayweather was in the building, and it was only a couple thousand people there, but the atmosphere was electric. The Barclays Center, a whole, I think like 15,000. But there's been fights there that has been electric. Atlantic City, same thing. It's been fights that's been electric. The old Arturo Gatti fights in Atlantic City, they were electric. But it had nothing to do with how many people was there. It was the feel and the energy. The Anthony Joshua Alexander Povetkin fight didn't have the feel and the energy. It didn't have it in the build up to the fight, and then it lost even more feel and more energy after the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight was mentioned the day before the AJ and Povetkin fight happened. And then it was an extra insult on Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn been saying for the longest he didn't think the fight was gonna happen. He said, "Come talk to me when it's a date and a venue." But now they have a date and a venue. Eddie Hearn know what it is. At the end of the day, he knows negotiations is going to be a lot harder going forward, because the winner of that fight is going to have more clout. They're going to be bringing more to the table than they did previously. So hindsight is 2020. You could arguably say that Anthony Joshua would have been better off taking the deal that Deontay Wilder and his team offered him, which was arguably $80 million. Who knows if he gets that now, because it's more of an even playing field. But Al Heyman and Deontay Wilder's team did an absolute great job announcing this fight before the AJ and Alexander Povetkin fight, because at the end of the day, it's going to help them out at the negotiating table going forward, and it's going to put more pressure on Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn to make this fight happen. You only can do so much posturing and negotiating in the heavyweight division. I mean, there are cases in the heavyweight division in the past where guys ducked other guys. Like Riddick Bowe never fought Lennox Lewis. Riddick Bowe never fought Mike Tyson. I'll go out of the heavyweight division. Amir Khan looks like he's never going to fight Kell Brook. Like, there's situations where fighters have gotten away with ducking other fighters. Hell, some people may say Floyd Mayweather ducked Manny Pacquiao when Pacquiao was in his prime, but there was a big rumor going around that Manny Pacquiao was on finest juices back during that time, and that's why Manny Pacquiao didn't agree to drug testing. So I'm not saying that it's impossible for Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn to avoid Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury winner for a long period of time. But I'm saying is it's going to be very damaging to do that, and you're going to diminish the momentum. You're going to diminish the brand, because at this point, there's not really anybody else for Anthony Joshua to fight. I mean, who is he going to fight? The winner of Kubrat Pulev and Hughie Fury? Come on. The pub is going to kill him for that. A Dillian White rematch? Don't get me wrong. I like Dillian White as a fighter. But come on. That's what we really doing? The public would kill him for that. And he already beat Dillian White. Kill him for that. Who you gonna fight? Big Baby Miller? Come on. The public's gonna kill him for that, even though Big Baby Miller will give him a run. After watching AJ against Alexander Povetkin, Big Baby Miller will give Anthony Joshua a run. I don't care who don't like it. Big Baby Miller will give Anthony Joshua a run. Anthony Joshua will be favored to win the fight, but Big Baby Miller would do some nice work in there with AJ. No doubt about it. But nobody's going to put up with those options. So not only did Anthony Joshua kind of lose some luster with this fight and with this Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury announcement, this has actually put his back and Eddie Hearn's back against the wall. It's either they fight the winner of this matchup or they continue to see their brand and their momentum decline, which is going to affect them as far as the business side before this mega fight happens. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.